Hello everyone. In continuity of our lecture series of textual analysis of the drama Macbeth, and in that series of lectures, now we have come to Act 4 of this drama. And to remind you all, the previous action that took place is that after murdering Banquo, Macbeth is still feeling himself unsafe, and that's why, to secure his future and to know more about the future events, Macbeth decides to meet those three witches again. So, here in this Act 4 of Scene First, Macbeth will have a meeting with those three witches. And now I am sharing the text from where we will start our textual analysis. Yes, as you can see on the screen, this is Act 4, Scene First. The heath. Heath is a deserted place. Cauldron is a kind of big utensil. So, this is thunder. Enter the three witches. First witch. Thrice the brinded cat hath moved. Now, the first witch says that the striped cat has moved 3 times. Second witch, thrice and once the hedge pig whined. And second witch also says that the hedge pig has uttered its morning cry 4 times. Third witch, harpier cries, "'Tis time, 'tis time." And third witch also says that the harpier has also cried out that it is the time when we must start our work. First witch, round about the cauldron go, in the poison entrails throw, toward the under cold stone, days and night, haste 31, sweltered venom sleeping goat, boil thou first, I the charmed pot. Now the first witch starts their magical ritual, and she says that let us go around the cauldron in a ring and throw into it the poison entrails of animals. Let us first boil the toad, which has slept for 31 days and nights under the cold stone and hath let out poison through the skin. So let us double boil this first in the cauldron. All double boil, double toil and trouble. First fire burn and cauldron bubble. Second witch, fillet of a fanny snake. I the capron boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog. Wool of bat and tongue of dog. And now the second witch says that let us boil the thin slices of a snake caught in a fan. Let us boil the eyes of water lizard, the toe of a frog, the woolly hair of a bat, the tongue of a dog, and the forked tongue of an owl in the magic cauldron. Adder fork and blind worm's sting, lizard's leg and howlet wing, for a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell both boil and bubble. And the forked tongue of an owl in the magic cauldron, let us prepare this infernal both for a magic to bring about powerful trouble. All double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Third witch, scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's mummy, maw and gulf, of the ravined salt sea shark, root of hemlock digged, eye the dark, liver of blaspheming Jew, gall of goat and slips of ewe, slivered in the moon's eclipse, nose of Turk, and Tartar's lips, finger of birth strangled babe, ditch delivered by a drab, make the gruel thick and slab. Now the third which says that, so let us throw in the boiling magic cauldron the scaly skin of a dragon, the tooth of a wolf, the corpses of the witches, the stomach and gullet of a shark caught in the salt water of the sea, the roots of the poisonous hemlock dug out in the dark, the liver of an irrelevant Jew, the bile of a goat, and some chips of poisonous yew tree, that I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies and sleep in spite of thunder. And she also says that after doing all this, add the bolus of a tiger in the cauldron to make up the ingredient of our charm. Now, thunder, third apparition of a child crowned with tree to his hand. What is this? And now there is an apparition of a child. Now the second which says, the cool it with the baboon's blood, then the charm in the firm and good. Enter Hecate. Now there is a entrance of Hecate, as we have also discussed about this, that it is she is the goddess of black magic or witchcraft. So now Hecate comes there and she is talking to those witches, and she says, "Oh, well done, I commend your pens, and everyone shall share this gain." When Hecate sees all this kind of witchcraft going on, she feels very happy and she appreciates the work of those three witches. Now, second witch. By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way come. And now the second witch says that by the pricking of my thumb, that I feel itching sensation in my thumb, and something wicked this way comes, and it suggests or it indicates that I understand that some wicked creature is approaching this way. And enter Macbeth. So when the second witch indicates that some wicked or evil creature is coming this way, at the same time there is the appearance of Macbeth. Enter Macbeth. Macbeth says, "How now, you secret black and midnight hags?" So Macbeth says that, "You mysterious, sinister and black hags, what are you doing?" "All I did without a name." Then all the witches unanimously says that it is a nameless deed. Macbeth, "I conjure you by the which you profess, however you come to know it, answer me, though you untie the winds and let them fight against the churches." Now Macbeth says that, "In the name of magic, which you claim to profess, I charge you to answer my questions. and whatever may be the source of your information. So it does not matter if you let loose all the winds to blow against the holy churches. Though the yeasty waves confound and swallow navigation up, though bladed corn be loosed and trees blown down. So it doesn't matter if foamy waves of the ocean destroy and swallow up the ships. Or I do not care, though the corn in the blade are scattered and trees uprooted. Though castles topple on their warders' heads, though places and pyramids do slope their heads to their foundations, and I even do not care that castles break down on the heads of sentinels, and huge palaces and pyramids fall to the ground. Though the treasure of nature's Germans tumble all together, even till destruction sicken, answer me to what I ask you. So even if the stock of nature fruitful sees completely destroyed, or even if destruction goes on until the spirit of destruction is fed up, now answer the question that I ask you. So in this way, it suggests that Macbeth is very desperate to know the answer of his question. First witch, speak. Second witch, demand. Third witch, will answer. First witch, say if thou'st rather hear it from our mouth or from our masters. Now the first witch asks to Macbeth that whether you would like to know your answer from our mouths or from the mouth of our master. Macbeth, call them, let me see them. And now Macbeth says it, call your master, let me see them. First witch, power in soul's blood that had eaten her 9 pharaohs, grease that sweaten from the murder's giblet throw into the flame. And the first witch says that pour into the cauldron the blood of its soul, which has eaten up 9 of her pigs, and throw into the fire the fat that has been squeezed out from the rope by which a murderer has been hanged. All, come high or low, thyself an office deftly show, and all the witches say, come great or small, and show yourself and your magical powers. Thunder. First apparition, an armed head. Now the first apparition come there, and it is an armed head. Macbeth, tell me the unknown power. First witch, he knows thy thought. Hear his speech, but say thou not. Now the first witch says that this apparition or our master knows everything about you, and he knows your thoughts. So you should speak nothing, but only hear what he says. First apparition, Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Beware, Macduff. Be aware of 10 of 5. Dismiss me, enough. Now the first apparition makes a prediction, and it is that be on your guard against Macduff, means be aware or maintain your safety against Macduff. Take care of 10 of 5. Macduff is also titled as 10 of 5, Now the first apparition disappear. Macbeth, whatever thou art, for thy good caution, thanks thou hast halved my fear aright. But one word more. Now Macbeth says that, O mysterious spirit, I thank you for your good warning. So you have rightly touched my fear. So I want to ask you first one more question. First which, he will not be commanded. Here is another more potent than the first. Now the first which says that now the first appearance or the first apparition will not make any prediction. Now there is another apparition, and this is more potent or more powerful than the first one. Thunder, second apparition, a bloody child. Now there is second apparition of a bloody child. Second apparition, Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Macbeth, had I 3 ears, I'll hear 3. Second apparition, be bloody, bold and resolute. Laugh to scorn. Now second apparition says to Macbeth that, be bloody, bold and firm in your be bloody, bold and firm in your mind and defy the strength of men. Be bloody, bold and resolute, laugh to scorn the power of men, for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth. And the apparition also makes a prediction that a man born of a woman can never harm you. So you need not to fear of any man who is born from the womb of any woman. And descends. So in this way the second apparition is also disappear. Macbeth, then leave, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? But yet I'll make assurance double sure, and take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not leave. Now Macbeth says that, then let Macduff leave, because now I need not to worry or fear from Macbeth, from Macduff, because he is like other human beings, is also born from the womb of a woman. So I need not to worry against him. So I need not to fear him, yet I will leave nothing to chance and take a guarantee of fate. So I shall not let Macduff leave. So in this way, this is the second prediction for Macbeth, that he should not fear against any human being who is born from the womb of a woman. That I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. And Macbeth also says that I can say that my cowardly fears lie buried, and I sleep peacefully even when there are dangers. Now there is thunder, third apparition. Now there is third apparition, and a child crowned with a tree to his hand. So this is an apparition of a child who is crowned with a tree in his hand. What is this? That rises like the issue of a king, and wears upon his baby brow the round and top of sovereignty. And when Macbeth sees that apparition, he is amazed, and He says that who is there that rises like the son of a king? He is wearing a crown, the symbol of kingship, upon his little head. All listen, but speak not too. Third apparition, be low and mettled, proud and take no care, who chafes, who frets, or where conspirators are. Macbeth shall never vanquished be until great Birnam wood to high Dunsinane hill shall come against him. Now the third apparition also makes a prediction, and it is also an important prediction. And the third apparition says that be bold like a lion and be proud. Take no care of those who rebel against you or who conspire against you. And the apparition also says that Macbeth shall never be defeated until great Birnam wood shall move to high Dunsinane hill. So these are two important places in this drama. As you know, Dunsinane hill is the place where the king's palace is situated, and Birnam wood is a nearby forest of that palace. So the apparition makes a prediction that Macbeth shall be never defeated until great Birnam forest shall move to high Dunsinane hill. Third apparition descends. Macbeth. That will never be. Who can impress the forest, beat the tree unfix his earth-bound root? Yet my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me if your art can tell so much. Shall Banquo issue ever reign this kingdom? Now Macbeth asks another question to that apparition, and Macbeth says that that will never happen, means it is not possible in any natural way that a forest can move itself, so it will never happen. So who can force the forest into his service and order the tree to uproot themselves from the earth? So then Macbeth asks one more question, and that is about Banquo, that tell me if your magic can tell me so much, whether Banquo's sons will ever be able to rule in this kingdom. All seek to know more, Macbeth. I will be satisfied. Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall on you. Let me know. So when those witches says that, so do you want to know more? Then Macbeth says that if you can tell me more onto this, that whether Banquo's generation will get the throne. So if you can tell me on this, then I'll feel an eternal peace, and then my life or my kingdom would be entirely secure.